I listened to this one psychiatrist and psychologist, and somebody asked like, hey, how do I know who the right person is for me? And he was saying something like, I think it's not so much as like, how do I know, but it's like, you decide who that person is for you, right? Like if you meet somebody that you connect with and they're interested in you and they obviously are wanting to be with you, like it's not about like, is this the right person for me, but it's, are we going to work this out? Are we gonna work through things together, so that we can have a good and healthy relationship? It's not like, oh, are they the one? And to be honest, I don't believe in the whole the one idea, because that's so stupid. Like, and it's not me bagging on people's beliefs if you do believe that that they're the one, but it's like, I'm not gonna live my life thinking that there is this perfect person out there for me, because at some point you're gonna have to put in the time and the work and actually look in the mirror and say like, what things do I need to get better at? Right.
I saw this quote, which is, now we were talking about this, that said, pick someone who you would want to suffer with. Right? Because everyone's always like, oh my God, I have so much fun with him. And that literally has been stuck in my head, because I'm like, I can have fun with anyone. I love having fun. I love, but what about when it's hard and it sucks? Like, who do you want to be with? Right? So now,
that's so good.
Every time I'm like, now I'm so aware, like I haven't been in any dates in a while, but I think now my mentality is like, hey, would I want to suffer with you?
That's so good.
Like what would it, like, when things are hard, do I want to be by your side? Because if we're, if it's great, cool. Because it's not all, again, to saying like we're all going to have problems, like nobody's perfect. And I don't believe that there's that perfect person for you, and
it is inevitable. At one point you will face adversity, and who you face it with, I mean, that will make a huge difference.
Anything. I mean, like, look at our parents, right? Like, I mean, my parents have the best love story. They met and they dated in, middle school, high school, college, and they're married and they're still together, and I see them holding hands, and that's beautiful. Have they been through things together? Yes. And we've never seen it as kids, right? So I think that's important. Like in dating, I something to consider would be, hey, can we be like syncing together? And do I want to be with you? Because so there's people that like, storm out, get mad, and don't want to stick through all the problems. And, I think that's something to think about. That's been something on my mind recently.
So good. And it makes it much more special when you have that with somebody, right? Because that's not something that you find, like you just go to the store and find it, or you jump on a dating app and find it right away. Like there's just no way. Like if you have found that, that's amazing, and I'm really happy for you.
There's friends I have that I look at them and I'm like, that's your person. Because I can see that you guys can go through it, and not that there has to be anything bad happening, right? But it's something to think about.
Yeah, of course.
Because everyone goes into a relationship like butterflies and the beginning stages of it, and that's so nice. I miss that. I miss feeling that, but
it's amazing.
Things are different now a little bit.
The honeymoon phase is awesome, but it doesn't last forever. And it's you're absolutely right. It's something to consider when you're like, what's gonna happen when I feel like the sparks are not there, right? Is there still gonna be somebody here who I can lean on? And who I will also allow them to lean on me, right? We'll support each other and pick each other up when we're down, because sometimes you realize that I guess your partner doesn't have the strength, and you're gonna have to pull them up, and then they may have to do the same to you. That is an interesting thing, an important thing to think about. Is this person somebody that I'm willing to suffer with?